Gotta love technology, folks. Thought we was already live. But we are live. Beautiful Tuesday evening here in Del Valle, Texas. Where tonight, your Tigers coming off their most impressive win of the season will take on the Cardinals out of Del Valle. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you. The Tigers baseball on Vype Live. So glad you could join me. My name is Melvin Jones. And the Tigers with an impressive victory on Friday night, traveling to Lake Travis to defeat the Cavaliers 5-4 to split the series, something that the team was hoping they get coming out of that series. So now we're east here at Del Valle, and Cooper Rummel will get the start on the bump tonight for the Tigers. Meanwhile, Andrew Rodriguez will get the start for the Cardinals. Cardinals coming in tonight 2-4 in league play. Meanwhile, the Tigers, who have yet to have their bye, that's coming up next week, coming in tonight with a record of 6-2 in district play. So two teams going completely opposite direction in the league standings. Tigers, Cardinals, coming up here in just a bit, as the two coaches standing at home plate. And we are ready to go as far as pregame festivities. We'll turn it over to the public address announcer just for those.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Del Valle High School. Coming up, we got Dripping Springs Baseball. Batting first, we have Trey Perry. Batting second, number 28, Jason Steele. Batting third, we have number 13, Taylor Tracy. Batting number 4, we have Connor Helms. Batting fifth, number 12, Tristan Chitansewicz, sorry. Batting sixth, number 18, Jack Tyndall. Batting seventh, we have number 16, the DH, Dom Hurley. For number 10, Cooper Rimmel. Batting number 8, we have number 7, Cade Sanders. And batting number 9, we have number 2, Gavin Holt. And for your Del Valle Cardinals, batting first, we have number 7, Brandon Martinez. Batting number 2, we have number 17, Noah Rowland. Batting number 3, number 8, Jason Acosta. Batting fourth, number 23, Anthony Hernandez. Number 4, Andrew Rodriguez. Batting sixth, number 19, Ronnie Martinez. Batting seventh, number 25, Chris Gonzalez. Batting eighth, number 3, Javier Rodriguez. And batting ninth, you have number 22, Micah Campos. Right fielder, Jeffrey Garcia. And the rest of the Del Valle Cardinals. Can we all rise for the national anthem, please? All righty, let's play ball.
It is an absolute gorgeous Tuesday night for some baseball. And I am excited. I hope you are too. As Andrew Rodriguez warming up for the Cardinals. We are ready to play some baseball, folks. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with me on this gorgeous Tuesday night here in Del Valle. As Trey Perry will lead it off for the Tigers. Trey had himself a game on Friday against Lake Travis. 3 for 4 with a run scored. Tigers tonight in their road grays. Maroon lettering drip across the chest. And the first pitch at 7:03 is upstairs for ball one. And Rodriguez fires. That pitch is strike one. And the 1-1 count to Trey. Jason Steele is on deck. Rodriguez taking his time. Rodriguez fires. Trey floats one. Left field is going to drop down for a base hit, and it's going to be extras. Trey is hustling the second, and Trey is going to get there standing in the lead off double for Trey Perry. His hot streak continues. 1 on, no outs. And the Tigers first. And here's Jason. And Rodriguez 2 looks over at second and fires first pitch. That's ball one to Jason. Trey Perry stands at second base. As Rodriguez looks back, fires. And that's hit by Jason, and it's going to float foul and out of play. 1-1 to Jason. One count, runner at second is Trey Perry. Jason 1 for 4 with a run scored as Rodriguez puts Trey back at second. And Jason's ready. So is Rodriguez. And the 1-1, and Jason looks at it, ball two. Taylor Tracy on deck for the Tigers. Connor Helms in the hole. Rodriguez looks back at Trey. Does it again in the 2-1. Jason hits one, foul, and it's going to drop almost to the awning. Count goes even 2-2. So I know we have this funky angle, folks. I want to apologize beforehand. But we just deal with the cards we dealt with. It's always a challenge to broadcast here at this stadium. The 2-2 upcoming to Jason. Jason hits one right to the shortstop, and Martinez picks it up and fires over and retires Jason for the first out. One gone here in the first, and here's Taylor. Taylor 1 for 2. Nick Tindall came in to score on his one. He also drew 2 walks. And Rodriguez looks back at Trey again. And the first pitch to Taylor is ball 1. 1-0 count to Taylor. Tigers looking to improve to 7-2 in league play. Huge series going on Lake Travis tonight between Westlake and Lake Travis. We hope to have some scores coming out of there. Ball 2 to Taylor. Two-0 count to Taylor Tracy. Rodriguez looks, fires. That's dribbled, and that's going to go right to Martinez. Martinez retires Taylor for the second out as Trey moves over to third. 2 gone, and it's going to bring up Connor. Connor went 1 for 4 with an RBI. Trey Perry stands at third. At the first pitch, Connor chased it, strike 1. 0-1 count to Connor Helms. And Rodriguez is ready. The 0-1. Connor chased it again. 0-2 quickly to Connor. Connor gets on. TC's on deck. Jack Tyndall in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. 1 on here in Tigers first. As Trey Perry stands at third. Connor back into the box. Rodriguez is ready. He fires. And that is outside, ball 1. One-0 count. Excuse me, 1-2 count. Connor Helms. And Rodriguez fires. Connor chops 1 foul, and the count remains 1-2. Scoreless still here in the first. Tigers are threatening with Trey standing 90 feet away from home plate. The 1-2. Good eye for Connor. Deuces. Rodriguez, the 2-2. Connor looked at it, full count. So a full count on Connor Helms with Trey standing at third. Rodriguez ready to pay off. And the payoff, Connor chops 1, gets past the third base before a base hit. Trey comes home, and it's 1-0 Tigers. RBI single for Connor Helms. And here's TC, 1 on, 2 outs. Rodriguez fires. TC chases it, strike 1. TC 1 for 4 with an RBI on Friday night. And Rodriguez throws it over. And it gets past the first baseman, Gonzalez, and Connor is heading to second. Coach Payne tells him to go to third. And the error by the pitcher sends Connor all the way to third. Second run now 90 feet away. Still 0-1 count to TC. And Rodriguez fires. TC chops one right to Roland, and Roland picks up and retires TC to retire this side. But the Tigers do indeed get one across the board, and it's 1-0 Tigers as we go to the bottom of the first. And you are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school, plus all those memories that are on the line too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
1-0 Tigers. Bottom half of the first, and Cooper Rummel is on the bump for the Tigers. Relatively quiet here at Cardinals Park. Coop's last appearance last Tuesday night went 5 2/3, giving up 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 2 walks. He struck out 9, and looking for some get back tonight against Del Valle. Brandon Martinez, Noah Rowland, and Jason Acosta to lead off the game for Del Valle. And Coop has wrapped up his warm-up. And now the Cardinals ready to begin their night at the plate. And Brandon Martinez steps up. As Gavin walks back behind home plate, we'll give you the Tigers defensively in just a bit. As Brandon Martinez, the shortstop, begins the night at the plate for the Cardinals. And the first pitch from Coop, that is upstairs, ball 1. (1-0) to Martinez. Coop fires upstairs once again, 2-0. Coop has some control issues last Tuesday night against Lake Travis. Again, looking for redemption. And that's strike 1. That is nothing but heat going towards Martinez. 2 balls and a strike. And a 2-1. Coop fires. Strike 2. Got him chasing. And Cooper Rummel strike away from his first punch out of the night. The 2-2. Coop fires. Upstairs, full count. And the payoff upcoming from Coop. And he fires. Upstairs, ball 4. And the leadoff gets on for the Cardinals. Leadoff walk for Brandon Martinez.
For Del Valle is number 17, Noah Rowland.
Here's Noah Rowland. 1 on, no outs in the Cardinal first. Coop throws it over, and Jason picks it up. So defensively for the Tigers tonight, behind home plate, Gavin Holt. At first, Jason Steele. Second, Trey Perry. Shortstop, Connor Helms. TC reigns at third. The first pitch is ball 1 to Rowland. In the outfield, in the left field, Cade Sanders tonight. Center field, Taylor Tracy, and out in right, Jack Tyndall. As Rowland steps back into the box. The 1-0 count. And Coop fires. Ball 2. 2-0 to Noah Rowland. 1-0 Tigers here in the bottom of the first. Leadoff runner is on for the Cardinals in Brandon Martinez. Coop fires. 3 balls and no strikes to Rowland. So Coop now pitch away from walking the first 2 batters in this Cardinal lineup. Coop fires over. Martinez slides in safely. And Martinez leads off of first. Coop fires. Ball 4 and a 4-pitch walk. And the Cardinals get the first 2 on here in the first. Back-to-back walks for Coop.
Batting next for Del Valle is number 8, Jason Acosta.
Here's Acosta. 2 on, no outs. While we have a moment, folks, as Coach Skotek heads to the mound to talk to Coop. Senior Tribute Night videos, please have them in to me by next Friday. You could email them to me, melvinjonespxp@gmail.com. Of course, this is all in anticipation for the biggest senior tribute week we've ever done here on Vype. 15 seniors to be recognized, their final series against Westlake beginning 2 weeks from tonight during the Tigers' final home game of the regular season. So once again, that email address, melvinjonespxp@gmail.com. Final road game for the Tigers for 17 days. As Acosta steps into the batter's box, 2 on, no outs. He's showing bunt. Jason comes in. TC stays back. Coop fires. Got in there, strike 1. 0-1 count to Jason Acosta. Designated hitter Anthony Hernandez on deck for Del Valle. The 0-1 to Acosta. Coop fires. Strike 2. And now Coop a pitch away from his first strikeout of the night. The 0-2. Coop looks back at Martinez at first. He fires. And he missed low. Ball and 2 strikes now to Acosta. And Coop is ready to go. The 1-2. And that's fouled off the net. Count remains 1-2 to Acosta. And Acosta steps back in. The ball and 2 strikes. Behind in the count. Coop still looking for his first K of the night. Walking the first 2 batters. And the 1-2. And he missed barely. 2-2 now to Acosta. Still no outs here in the Cardinals first. 2 on, no outs. 2-2 count to Jason Acosta. Coop fires. And that's fouled off. Came right back to us. And the count remains 2-2. You heard it bounce off the netting here at Cardinals Park. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 on and no outs for Del Valle. And Coop is ready. The 2-2. Got him! And that's the first strikeout of the night for Cooper Rummel. 1 gone here in the first. And here is Anthony Hernandez.
Next for Del Valle is number 23, Anthony Hernandez.
2 on, 1 out. As the lefty steps up to take on Coop for the first time. Coop looks back at Martinez at first, and he fires. Ball 1 to Hernandez. The opposing pitcher, Andrew Rodriguez, on deck for the Cardinals. Ronnie Martinez, the catcher, in the hole. 1-0 to Anthony Hernandez. Coop fires the 1-0, and he missed 2-0. And Coop is ready. The 2-0. And he fires it outside 3-0. So now Coop is a pitch away from walking them loaded and bringing up Rodriguez to try to help his own cause. Hernandez is ready, so is Coop. And Coop lifts up. Everyone goes back. The 3-0. And Coop fires it. Ball forward, and bases are loaded. 3 walks here in the first inning for Cooper Rummel. Bases are loaded for Andrew Rodriguez. Bags full of Cardinals here in the first. Still only 1 out. And Coop's first pitch, ball 1. And Coop, the 1-0. Ball 2, that was high and inside. 6 consecutive balls thrown from Cooper Rummel. The 2-0 upcoming. Rodriguez showing bunt. That is strike 1 as everyone tried to take off. A 2-1 count to the opposing pitcher. Ronnie Martinez on deck for Del Valle. Chris Gonzalez in the hole. 2 balls and a strike to Andrew Rodriguez. And Coop, the 2-1, and that's chopped foul. Just past Jason at first. Evens up the count 2-2. Coop would love to have his second strikeout of the night right now. The 2-2 upcoming to Rodriguez. And that's popped up. Is it going to be long enough? Trey is standing right there and grabs it for the second out. Two gone, and here is Ronnie Martinez. Bases loaded, 2 outs. And the first pitch from Coop for a windup, strike one. Oh, 1 count to Martinez. Coop fires, and he missed low. Ball in the strike to the catcher. The 1-1 upcoming from Cooper Romo. He fires. And that's chopped foul to the third base side. Strike two. So now Coop with an opportunity to leave them loaded and to get out of this inning. Ball and 2 strikes to Martinez. And Coop's taking his time. The 1-2 upcoming. Coop fires, and that's chopped. Coop comes off the glove, and a run scores, and retired at 1. That's an infield hit for Martinez. As Brandon Martinez came in to score. And we are tied at 1. And here's Chris Gonzalez.
Batting next for Del Valle is number 25, Chris Gonzalez.
Base is still loaded. 2 gone still, but the Cardinals do indeed tie it up. Coop fires, strike 1. 0-1 count to Gonzalez. Javier Rodriguez on deck, the number 8 hitter. Micah Campos in the hole. Coop, the 0-1. It missed outside, ball 1. So a ball in the strike. And an infield hit. And we're tied at 1. The 1-1. That gets past Gavin. And they said it hits the batter, and the Cardinals have the lead.
Scores for Del Valle.
Three walks, a hit batsman, and a hit that came off his glove. And Coop is done for the night. Very rare do you see this. Cooper Romo does not come out of the first. 2-1 Tigers. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Texas.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Folks, the bases are still loaded. Grayson Bilodeau is in his first appearance here in district play. As Javier Rodriguez steps up, bases loaded, 2 outs. Cardinals now with a 2-1 lead. And Grayson fires, and that's chopped. It's going to be a tough play. Jason picks it up, fires over to Grayson, and able to retire the side. They leave him loaded. However, the Cardinals with a 2 spot in this inning. They lead 2-1 as we go to the top of the second. And Jack Tyndall will lead it off for the Tigers. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Texas. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Melvin Jones back here with you from Del Valle. Stunning developments here in the bottom half of the first. Cooper Rummel pulled after just 2 1/3. He had 3 walks, only 1 strikeout, and a hit batsman. And the Tigers now trail 2-1 as you start the top of the second. Jack Tyndall to lead it off for the Tigers. Jack was 1 for 3 with an RBI Friday night against Lake Travis as Rodriguez begins his second inning of work. And Rodriguez fires. That hits Jack. The leadoff gets on thanks to a hit batsman. Here's Dom, 1 on, no outs.
Batting next for Dripping Springs is number 16, Dom Hurley.
Dom had a huge triple. 1 for 3 with a run scored in an RBI Friday night against Lake Travis. Rodriguez is ready to go. He fires. Dom looks at it, but it is strike 1 to Dom Hurley. Kay Sanders on deck for the Tigers. Gavin Hole in the hole. As Dom steps back into the box. Jack started to dance at first. Rodriguez fires, that hits the ground. 1-1 to Dom Hurley. Sun starting to set. Lights starting to power on here at Cardinals Park. The 1-1 upcoming to Dom. Rodriguez ready to go. And he fires. That's low again, 2-1, to Dom Hurley. Dom steps back in. Jack again, dancing at first. Rodriguez fires. Dom chops 1, gets past the second baseman for a base hit. Third hit of the night for the Tigers. 2 on, no outs for Cade.
Batting next for Dripping Springs is number 7, Cade Sanders.
Cade did not get an at-bat on Friday. He was 0 for 2 last Tuesday night against Lake Travis. Jack Tyndall stands at second. Dom Hurley at first. And Cade looking to tie this ball game up. Absolutely no win tonight. Just gorgeous. Rodriguez fires. Cade lays down a gorgeous bunt. Everyone advances. And Cade nearly beats it off. And they're going to say he's out. That was a close one. One down. As runners are now at second and third. And here's Gavin.
Batting next for Dripping Springs is number 2, Gavin Hoel.
Gavin was 0 for 3. Haven't heard Gavin's name pronounced that way. Runners at second and third. One gone. Rodriguez fires. The left-hander looks at it. Ball 1. Top of the order, and Trey Perry's on deck for the Tigers. Jason still in the hole. Gavin steps back into the box. Rodriguez ready to go. And the 1-0 to Gavin. Gavin chops one foul to the first base side, strike 1. His Dale Valley team comes into tonight 2-4, but they are very, very scrappy. Facing the Tigers team tonight, it seems like they're starting to get the bats going. Aces on the board for Gavin. Rodriguez ready to go. He fires. Gavin looks at it, ball 2. 2-1 count to Gavin Hoel. The 2-1. Rodriguez fires. Gavin chased it, strike 2. Evens up the count, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Runners at second and third. And Rodriguez resets. Final road game for 2.5 weeks. Season finale at Westlake will be the final road game of the season for the Tigers. Tigers at home the next 4 games, including the 2 next week. Georgetown Tuesday night, McCallum next Thursday night. And then the start of the Westlake series 2 weeks from tonight, and the final home game of the season for the Tigers. Gavin's back in the box. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 on and 1 out. And Rodriguez fires. Gavin slice one over the head of the second base before a base hit. Here comes Jack. And it's tied up at 2. RBI single for Gavin Hoel. Tied at 2 now. And that brings Trey back up.
It is back to the top of the order. Number 4, batting next for Dripping Springs is Trey Perry.
And Trey tonight 1 for 1 with a run scored. Runners at the corners for the Tigers. Still only 1 out. In the top of the second. Trey's ready to go. Rodriguez is also ready to go. Rodriguez fires. Trey chased it. That pitch was low and inside. Strike 1 to Trey Perry. The 0-1 from Rodriguez as Nick Tendo comes in the courtesy run and steals second. Now again, runners second and third. Aces on the board for Trey. And Rodriguez fires. Trey floats one, and it's going to sail foul. Ball and 2 strikes now to Trey. Trey back into the box. Ball and 2 strikes. 1 gone, 2 on in the Tigers' second. Rodriguez fires. And it hit Trey, and the bases are loaded. Second hit batsman of the inning for Andrew Rodriguez. Bases are full of Tigers for Jason Steele.
Batting next for Jiffy Springs is number 28, Jason Steele.
Jason tonight 0 from 1, grounding out to short, his first plate appearance. Rodriguez goes low and outside to Jason. Ball 1. Dom Hurley at third base. Nick Tyndall at second. Trey Perry at first. Still 1 gone in the 1-0 count to Jason. Rodriguez fires. Jason hits one. Nice play by the third baseman, and he cannot get Jason an infield hit. And it's 3-2 Tigers. As Dom comes home, RBI single for Trey. Base is still loaded. Here is Taylor. Taylor's 0 from 1 tonight. Rodriguez fires. That's low and inside. Ball 1 to Taylor. Still only 1 out. Here in the Tigers' second. Connor's on deck. And Rodriguez is set. So is Taylor. Taylor looks at it. Strike 1. Aces on the board for Taylor. Three-2 Tigers here in the second. And Rodriguez fires. Taylor fouls one off the net. Count goes to 1-2. Connor Helms is on deck. TC in the hole. Bases loaded, 1 out. And a 1-2 count to Taylor Tracy. And Rodriguez is ready. Taylor is as well. The 1-2. Taylor fouls it off the net once again, and the count remains 1-2. Four hits so far tonight for the Tigers. Taylor's looking for number 5. Ball and 2 strikes. And Rodriguez is ready. The 1-2. That is low and outside. 2-2 to Taylor. Taylor's back into the box. And he's set. And Rodriguez is set as well. The 2-2. Taylor floats one into center field for a base hit. Here comes Nick. Here comes Trey. And it's going to be a 2-run single for Taylor Tracy. And it's 5-2 Tigers.
Batting next is for Jiffy Springs is number 3, Connor Helms.
Here is Connor. Runners stand at the corners. 5-2 Tigers. Still one out with runners in the corners. Connor already would have hit tonight, 1 for 1, with an RBI single back in the first. The Tigers with a 4th spot here in this inning. As Rodriguez taking his time. Connor is ready, so is Rodriguez. The first pitch, Connor looks at it, strike one. Oh, 1 count to Connor Helms. Taylor dancing at first. Rodriguez ready to go. He fires. Taylor takes off. Taylor Trace is going to have a stolen base. And luckily for Martinez, Brandon Martinez saved the run coming home. It's now open bases at first. The aces for Connor. Rodriguez fires. That hits the dirt, ball 2. The 2-1. That's low and outside of 3-1 now to Connor Helms. So Rodriguez, a pitch away from walking them loaded. And an intentional walk puts Connor on, and it brings up TC. First walk of the night for Rodriguez. Bases full of Tigers, still only 1 out. TC grounded out to end the first. Rodriguez fires. TC pops one up. That could be playable, and it is not. Strike 1 to TC. Jack Tyndall all the way back up for the Tigers. Jack led off the inning. The Tiger offense have come to life. And Rodriguez is ready to go. He fires. Jack floats one left field and caught by Rodriguez, Javier Rodriguez that is. And Jason comes home, and it's 6-2 Tigers.
Batting next for Zippy Springs is number 18, Jack Tyndall.
Here is Jack. 2 on, 2 outs. Jack led off the inning, was hit. Stole 2 bases as Rodriguez threw it past the first baseman. Actually, that was Connor that stole 2 bases last inning. So the first pitch, ball 1 to Jack. Second plate appearance in the inning for Jack. 2 on, 2 out. 1-0 count. Rodriguez fires. Runner takes off. And Taylor with another swipe. Connor with a swipe as well. Now runners back, second and third, and the 2-0 count to Jack. And Rodriguez fires upstairs 3-0. Dom is on deck. Cade in the hole. And that is ball 4. Bases loaded again. And Jack is on for the second time this inning.
Dom Hurley.
Here's Dom, bases loaded, 2 outs. Dom's 1 for 1 with a run scored. And Rodriguez steps off, try to pick off Connor. Connor walked back to second base. So Rodriguez had absolutely no chance. 6-2 Tigers. Tigers with a 5 spot here in the second. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Dom Hurley, his second at bat of the inning. And Rodriguez fires. Dom hits one. Base hit in the left field. Taylor comes home. Here comes Connor. 8-2 Tigers. 2-run single for Dom Hurley.
Batting next for Dripping Springs is number 7, Cade Sanders.
Here's Cade. Tigers right now having a field day. And Rodriguez is done. An inning and 2. New pitcher coming up for the Cardinals. 8-2 Tigers. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
There are no words to describe it. The isolation, the boredom, the loneliness. If you're wondering where your teenage son or daughter's spirit went, you're hardly alone. The past year has been devastating, especially for them. But here's the good news. They might just find it again, playing high school sports. Workouts that stimulate, teammates and coaches that care, the sense of belonging so many of us have been missing lately. That's what school sports are all about. The sense of achievement is real, and the camaraderie is hard to beat. Coping with uncertainty is difficult, but school sports can help the teenagers in your family start feeling like themselves again. Encourage them to give it a try. High school sports, it's so much more than a game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
So the Cardinals change out one Rodriguez and goes to another. Javier Rodriguez now on a bump for Del Valle. 7 runs here in the second inning for the Tigers. It is 8-2 Big Cats. Still 2 on, still 2 out. Cade Sanders coming up for his second time. This will be the 12th batter of the inning for the Tigers. Very rare do I go this deep into my scorebook into the next inning, but here we are. And Cade's ready to go. The lefty. Lefty versus lefty in this matchup. And Javier Rodriguez fires his first pitch, hesitated. That drops down, ball 1. That was awfully close from a balk. And Ronnie Martinez goes out to him. Gavin Hull is on deck. Top of the order in Trey Perry in the hole. 8-2 Tigers. 2 on, 2 outs. And a 1-0 count to Cade Sanders. And Rodriguez fires. And Cade fouls it off. Strike 1. 1-1 to Cade Sanders. Cade's ready. Rodriguez fires. Runner takes off. Both runners are going to be safe. Strike 2 to Cade. And Rodriguez fires. Cade floats one in the left field, and it's going to drop down, and extra base is coming for Cade. Jack and Dom both scores. 10-2 Tigers. 2-run double for Cade, clearing the bases. And here's Gavin.
Batting next for Dripping Springs is number 2, Gavin Howell.
Tigers are having a party here in the second inning. Gavin's up for his second time in an inning. Gavin's 1 for 1 with an RBI. The pitch gets past the catcher, and heading to third was Cade. One 1-0 count to Gavin. Thirteenth batter of this inning for the Tigers. Rodriguez fires. Gavin hits one high and long and out in right field. And catching it is Garcia to finally end the inning. The Tigers with a 9 spot in his inning. 10-2 Tigers as we head to the bottom of the second. And Micah Campos will lead it off for the Cardinals. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
It's been a trying year for parents. They've been confronted with countless challenges and have always risen to the occasion. If it isn't too much to ask, the 826,000 high school student athletes in Texas have one last request.
Please, set an example.
Disorderly fan conduct at high school athletic events is on the rise. It increasingly involves parents. There's no question that parents are passionate. There's no question they care about their children. But at a time when we're all wound a little more tightly than usual, it's worth remembering this about Texas high school sports. Always be a good example. Stop unruly fan behavior before it starts.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Grayson Bilodeau back out for his second inning of work, which would be his second, actually, his 2/3 of an inning pitched. 10-2 Tigers. Seems like Grayson ain't pitched in like 2 hours. Tigers brought up 13 batters, top half of this inning. And the number 9 hitter for the Cardinals, Micah Campos, will lead it off for the Cardinals. As the infield comes in, and Grayson's first appearance here in league play.
Batting for Del Valle is number 22, Micah Campos.
As Campos leads off the bottom half of the second for the Cardinals. Tigers flexing. 10-2. 9 in the top half of this inning. And Grayson's out for his second inning. And the first pitch, strike one from Grayson Bilodeau. Oh, 1 count to Campos. And Grayson fires. Fastball, strike 2. Oh, 2 count to Campos. And Grayson's ready to go. Looking for his first strikeout of the night. Grayson fires. Got him! First strikeout of the night for Grayson Bilodeau. 1 gone here in the second.
Batting next for Del Valle is number 7, Brandon Martinez.
Here's Martinez, the leadoff hitter. Martinez drew a walk, scored a run. And Grayson fires. That is low and outside, ball 1. The 1-0 from Grayson. And he fires. And that did not hit Martinez. Ball 2. 2-0 to the shortstop, who's already have a base on balls tonight. And Grayson with the 2-0. Make it strike 1. Grayson has some heat behind that one. 2 balls and the strikes now to Brandon Martinez. Noah Rowland on deck for the Cardinals. And Grayson fires, strike 2. Grayson has them chasing right now. And Grayson will pitch away from his second strikeout. And time by Martinez. Gives both pitcher and batter a chance to reset. The 2-2 from Grayson. And he fires. Got him! Second strikeout tonight for Grayson. 2 gone here in the inning.
Batting next for Del Valle is number 17, Noah Rowland.
Here's Rowland. Rowland also drew a walk, scored a run. Grayson looking to strike out the side. The first pitch to Rowland, strike 1. 0-1 count to Rowland. And Grayson fires. That pitch goes outside, ball 1. Ball and a strike now to Noah Rowland. Jason Acosta on deck for Del Valle. Grayson fires the 1-1. That's popped up. And Trey, actually it was Jason that's going to be underneath it and grabbing it for the 3rd out of the inning. And the Cardinals go 1-2-3 here in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. We play 2-4, and it is 10-2 Tigers. Trey Perry will lead off the 3rd for the Tigers. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
Are you worried how 2020 has impacted your teen's social development? We are too. Want to know what might help? Participating in the performing arts in high school. It's been hard being a teenager recently. Hard to cope, hard to keep up, hard not to feel like you're missing out. Everything's different and nobody knows what's next. Encouraging your son or daughter to participate in performing arts can really help. Those are high school activities like band, orchestra, choir, theater, speech, and debate. They'll make new friends, develop confidence, and feel the satisfaction of being part of a team. Participation in the performing arts aren't a cure-all, and they certainly won't make the pandemic go away, but they will make the teenagers in your family feel like they're part of something special. This message presented by the NFHS and the Texas University Interscholastic League.
Top third, 10-2 Tigers. Melvin Jones back here with you from Del Valle. Tigers baseball on Vype Live. Tigers with a 9 spot. The top half of the second, leading 10-2. Trey Perry to lead it off for the Tigers here in the third.
Batting for Dripping Springs, top of the order is number 4, Trey Perry.
Trey tonight 1 for 1. He was also hit in that second inning. Trey with 2 runs scored so far tonight. And Rodriguez, first pitch to Trey, is inside, ball 1. 1-0 count to Trey Perry. Jason still. Trey hits one, left field, base hit. Lead off single for Trey here in the third.
Batting next.
Here's Jason.
Is number 28, Jason Steele.
Jason is 1 for 2 with a run scored. He had an RBI single back in the top of the second. And Rodriguez fires. Jason held up. Strike 1. Oh, 1 count to Jason. Rodriguez fires. Jason looks at it, ball 1. Ball and a strike to Jason. And Rodriguez throws over to first. Trey walks back. Right now, top of the second in Lake Travis. Cavaliers with a 1-0 lead over Westlake. Huge series. Tigers need at least a split to make things interesting in 2 weeks. Runner takes off, and Trey's going to have himself a stolen base. Eight stolen bases tonight for the Tigers. Two and 1 to Jason Steele. Rodriguez fires. Outside, 3-1. Sun is set, starting to get a little chilly out here. Still no outs in the top of the third. Rodriguez fires. Ball 4. The first 2 Tigers get on as Taylor Tracy comes up.
Batting next for Dripping Springs is number 13, Taylor Tracy.
Taylor tonight, 1 for 2. 2-run single last inning. Two on, no outs. Here in the Tigers' third. Rodriguez fires. That's well outside, ball 1. The 1-0 upcoming to Taylor. And Rodriguez fires. Taylor fouls it off. Strike 1. Connor Helms standing in the on-deck circle for the Tigers. TC in the hole. And Rodriguez fires. Taylor floats one. That is high. And it's going to be playable, looks like. It was. But Acosta didn't run after it. Strike two to Taylor. Two on, no outs, and a 1-2 count to Taylor. Connor standing in the on-deck circle. And Rodriguez fires. Taylor again floats it foul. Count remains 1-2. The 1-2. That is upstairs, 2-2. Two balls and two strikes to Taylor Tracy. Rodriguez fires. That is outside, 3-0. Here's the payoff from Rodriguez, and he fires. Taylor, center field base hit. Here comes Trey, hustling. Trey's going to come home, and it's 11-2 Tigers and another RBI for Taylor Tracy. Third run scored of the night for Trey. Here's Connor. And now meeting at the mound. Tigers are run away from the run rule. Still no outs. Runners at second and third. And looks like Rodriguez, I believe, is going to stay in. No, he is out. There is a new pitcher. New pitcher for the Cardinals. 11-2 Tigers. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Texas did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Brandon Martinez, the new pitcher for the Cardinals.
Number 7, Brandon Martinez.
It is an absolute assault right now. 11-2 Tigers, still no outs. Here in the top of the third, as Connor comes back. Connor tonight, 1 for 1 with a run scored and an RBI. And Martinez's first pitch is ball 1 inside to Connor. (11-2) Tigers in the top of the third. Martinez fires. Connor hits one right past the third base before a base hit. Jason comes home and score, and it's 12-2. The run rule is now in effect. Here's TC.
Batting next for Jiffy Springs is number 12, Christian.
TC's 0 for 2, winning an RBI, 2 on, no outs. Still for the Tigers. And now Roman Martinez goes to talk to Brandon Martinez. Run rule in effect, 12-2 Tigers. TC looking to really make this uninteresting. And Martinez fires. That is low. Strike 1. Wow. Wow. 0-1 count. The TC couldn't believe it. He just laughs. Connor now with 2 RBIs tonight. That pitch is upstairs, strike 2. That one threw me for a loop as well. So 0-2 count to TC. Runners at first and second, still no outs. Brandon Martinez looking for his first strikeout of the night. TC didn't give it to him. That is going to be extra bases and then some. A gapper left center. Taylor comes home. 13-2. Here comes Connor. 14-2. 2-run double for TC. The route, as they say, is on. Three RBIs now for TC. 14-2. Here's Jack.
Number 18, Jack Kendall.
Jack tonight was hit by a pitch, walked, scored both times. Martinez fires, upstairs, ball 1. (14-2) Tigers, still no outs here in the third. Martinez fires. Jack foul tips it, strike 1. (11 hits so far for the Tigers tonight. And Martinez fires. That one's into the dirt, 2-1. The 2-1 from Brandon Martinez. And he fires. That's over the head of Jack Tyndall. 3-1. Martinez fires. Jax looks at it. Strike 2. Full count to Jack. And Martinez fires. Jack floats one to right field, and it's going to drop down foul. Count remains full. Tournaments preseason, the rule normally is 15 after 3. Let's see if that's going to be enforced tonight. If the Tigers get to that point, they only need 3 more runs. Martinez, full count, fires upstairs, and they're going to call Jack out on strikes. That's the first strikeout for Brendan Martinez. 1 down here in the 3rd, and here's Dom.
Batting next for Dripping Springs is number 16, Dom Hurley.
Dom, 1 for 2, 2-run double last inning. And the first pitch, 1-0 to Dom as that pitch goes low and outside. Roman Martinez had to slide over to grab it. Excuse me, Ronnie Martinez. And that is upstairs 2-0 to Dom. The 2-0 to Dom. And Martinez lifts up, and TC just walks back to second. And Martinez fires, and that's ball 3. So a 3-0 count to Dom Hurley. Cade Sanders on deck, Gavin Hole in the hole. Complete domination tonight by the Tigers. Martinez to 3-0. Upstairs, ball 4. And TC runs to third. That is a pass ball. So TC and Parker's going to come up to hit for Cade.
Batting next for Dripping Springs is number 9.
Let's see if they get his name right. They're not even going to try. So Parker, this is first at bats in quite a while. I want to say since Akins. Make sure I'm right on that. Yeah, Parker hasn't hit in a while. Parker hits well, comes in, base hit, right center. TC comes in to score, 15-2 Tigers. Here's Gavin.
Batting next for Dripping Springs is number 2, Gavin Hoyle.
15-2 Tigers. Gavin is up again. And that pitch, again, gets past the catcher, Ronnie Martinez. And Dom goes over to third. So 1-0 count to Gavin. Top of the order, and Trey Perry's on deck. Martinez fires upstairs, aces. 2-0 to Dom. Runners at the corners, still only one out. Tigers now with a 5 spot in this inning, 15-2. Martinez fires. And that's popped up foul just over my head as it hits the concrete. 2-1 to Gavin. Martinez shakes off the first pitch, likes this one. The 2-0 to Gavin as Martinez throws to the first. Parker slides in safely. The Tigers once again has hit around in this inning. Back-to-back innings in which they've done that. Martinez fires. That is well outside. And a 3-1 count now to Gavin. And Martinez. Pump fakes. And I think I agree. That is a balk. And it is a balk. Run comes home, 16-2 Tigers. As Dom comes in for his 3rd run scored of the night. And that's a 6 spot in this inning. So it looks like it's going to be the 4th pitcher of the night for the Cardinals.
The new pitcher for Del Valle is number 25, Chris Gonzalez.
Chris Gonzalez to come in to pitch for the Cardinals. Cardinals running out of arms. Quickly, 16-2 Tigers. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
What's your favorite high school sports memory? A late inning rally? A game-winning shot? A photo finish? Maybe it's a pep rally or a pregame ritual. Maybe it's the euphoria of a late-night bus ride home after a hard-fought win. Maybe it's having pizza with teammates after the game. Now, imagine if it never happened at all. School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school, plus all those memories that are on the line too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
So the 4th pitcher of the night, Chris Gonzalez, started at first. Gavin Hole still with a 3-1 count. Three 3-1 as Gonzalez about to throw his first pitch. One on since since that's ball 4. 2 on now, not bases loaded since Dom came home. So 2 on, 1 out still, top of the order, and Trey is back up. Second time this inning. Trey tonight, 2 for 2. Three runs scored. And Gonzalez pitched low and inside, ball 1 to Trey. Gonzalez looks back at second base. He fires. That is upstairs, 2-0. Same two teams Friday night back at the Jungle again. This is the last road game for the Tigers for 17 days. Next time we'll be on the road, season finale versus Westlake. That could be huge. 2-0 on Trey. Gonzalez fires, 3-0. Tigers with their district bye week next week. Georgetown Tuesday, McCollum Thursday. That's the schedule so far upcoming for the Tigers. The 3-0. Trey pops it, 1 foul and out of play. Strike 1. Again, a very long inning for the Tigers. 3 balls and a strike. Trey pops one up. That is very high. And that may be trouble. And it is dropped. And the runners advance as they watch the ball drop. And the bases are loaded again for the Tigers. Third hit of the night for Trey. At some point, someone has to say, this is not good. Bases loaded, still 1 out, and up comes Jason. And Jason tonight, 1 for 2. Gonzalez fires. That's inside, ball 1. One-0 count to Jason Steele. Harry Valle waiting in the on-deck circle. Excuse me, that's Nick Tyndall, not Jason Steele. So the bench starting to empty for the Tigers. The 0-1 count to Nick. Gonzalez fires. Nick chased it, strike 1. Aces on the board for Nick Tyndall. And Gonzalez fires, and that's outside. It should be 2-1. Scoreboard says 1 and 2, but it should be 2 and 1. So we'll see what happens after this pitch. Doesn't matter. Nick floats 1. That's going to bring home at least 1. Nick Tyndall goes deep. And it does advance the runners. And that 15-run mark has been hit as Parker comes in. 17-2 Tigers. And here is Harry. Runners at the corners. 2 outs now. As Gonzalez fires, Harry chased it, strike 1. Harry went 0 for 3 Friday night against Lake Travis. 17-2 Tigers. And Gonzalez fires. That pitch is outside, strike 2. So Harry's now down to his final strike. Runners at the corners. 2 outs. Gonzalez fires. Harry fouls one off. Count remains 0-2. Tigers really starting to empty the bench out right now. Nixon Badilla's in the on-deck circle. And that's ball 1 to Harry Valle. The 1-2. And Harry chased it. Strike 3. That's the first strikeout for Gonzalez. But the Tigers put up a 7 spot in this inning. And it's 17-2 Tigers as we head to the bottom of the 3rd. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Melvin Jones back here from Del Valle. Checking, I believe this will be, unless the Cardinals do something spectacular. We may be getting close to the 15-run rule. It does need approval first before it is implemented. But it is 17-2 Tigers. As Grayson Bilodeau's back out for his 3rd inning of work again. It seemed like Grayson was been out forever. A lot of changes. So let me see if I can get them all as I'm looking out on the field. So Nick Tyndall now is standing on first. TC stays out there. Trey stays out there. Connor stays out there. Don't see anything. Harry goes to center. I believe Parker is going to be in right. So here's Jason Acosta, I believe. I believe the Cardinals are starting to empty their bench as well, as Grayson's first pitch of the 3rd inning is chopped right to Connor, and Connor's going to fire over the first, and Nick's going to retire him for the first out. 1 gone here in the 3rd, 1 pitch, 1 out. And here is Anthony Hernandez, the designated hitter. Hernandez tonight drew a walk back in the 1st. Which is almost an hour and a half ago. And Hernandez swings and misses strike 1. To go an hour and a half in between bats is just insane. But here we are in the 17-2 ball game. And Grayson, the 0-1. That's chopped. Could be a tough play. TC picks it up, fires over the first, got him. 2 gone. Here in the bottom of the 3rd. And that's going to bring up Andrew Rodriguez, who started tonight's game on a bump and got ran out quickly top of the second. And Grayson fires. Strike one to Rodriguez. And Grayson the 0-1. Upstairs, ball one. And Grayson fires. Strike two. Fourteen hits tonight for the Tigers. And Grayson fires. Got him! And that is all. And the Cardinals go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. Let's see if we're going to play this fourth inning or not. And looks like we are. 17-2 Tigers. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
All of us love sports, but not all sports are created equal. College sports have big budgets, dedicated alumni networks, and corporate sponsorships. Professional sports have even deeper pockets, millionaire owners, lucrative TV and radio deals, and merchandise sales. High school sports have you. Everyone agrees high school sports give us plenty of reasons to cheer. And now's a great time for us to give back. Supporting your hometown high school won't cost you much, but it will go a long way to ensuring the games we love the most are here to stay. Texas high school sports. They're good for our kids, good for our community, and best of all, they're good for you.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Bobby Wilkinson will lead off the bottom of the fourth for the Tigers. Complete beatdown going on right now. 17-2 Tigers. And Gonzalez going to come back out for his second inning of work. So the Tigers will improve to 7-2 in district play. And Bobby Wilt to lead off the fourth for the Tigers. So it looks like we'll go 5 tonight. And Gonzalez's first pitch of the fourth, strike one. Oh, 0-1 count to Bobby. Gonzalez the 0-1. That is high and inside. Ball one. And Gonzalez the 0-1. Strike two. So 1-2 count to Bobby Wilkinson. Gonzalez, the 1-2. Bobby chops one foul. The count remains 1-2. The 1-2. And Gonzalez fires. Bobby floats one. And it's going to be caught out at first by Anthony Hernandez for the first out.
Batting next for Jimmie Springs is number 27, Tanner Rhodes.
So Tanner Rhodes comes in. His first at bat here in league play. Comes up, 1 out, no one on. Here in the 4th. And Gonzalez, first pitch. It's going to be ball 1 to Tanner. Time is called as the Del Valle coach comes out. I believe he's going to make a change. So Hernandez comes out. Tanner chased all of that one. Aces on the board for Tanner. Gonzalez fires. Tanner did it again, strike 2. Ball and 2 strikes now to Tanner Rhodes. Nixon Badilla is on deck for the Tigers. And Gonzalez, the 1-2, he fires. That nearly got past the catcher, 2-2 to Tanner. Gonzalez, the 2-2. Tanner chase strike 3. And that's the second strikeout for Chris Gonzalez.
Batting next for Dripping Springs is number 24, Nixon Badilla.
So Badilla comes up. 2 outs here in the inning. So the Cardinals have a chance to retire the Tigers in order for the first time tonight. And Gonzalez fires. That's well outside, ball 1. The 1-0 from Gonzalez. And he fires. Nixon looks at it, ball 2. So a 2-0 count to Nixon. Gonzalez fires. Nixon, slice 1, foul. 2 balls and a strike. Now to Nixon. Tigers' best offensive showing this season. Tonight, 17 runs, 14 hits. Nixon, swing and miss, strike 2, so deuces to Nixon. And Gonzalez, the 2-2. That is upstairs. 3-2 to Nixon. Full count to Nixon. And Gonzalez winds up, fires. Nixon pops one up, foul. It's going to sail out of play. And the count remains full. And the payoff from Gonzalez. Nixon again fouls it off. So real good at bat going on for Nixon right now. Gonzalez shakes off the first pitch. Likes this one. The payoff from Gonzalez. Nixon going out the right, and is going to drop down for a base hit. Nixon Badilla with a single, his first hit in league play. Here's Braden Hans. 1 on, 2 outs.
Batting next for Jiffy Springs is number 17, Braden Hines.
So now the crowd here, as Braden comes up to bat, PA announcer said Braden. Braden fouls one off, right off the net. 15 hits tonight for the Tigers. Oh, 1 count to Braden Hans. Parker Saucy's on deck. And Gonzalez fires. Braden again fouls it off, strike 2. Oh, 2 count to Braden. And Gonzalez fires. Braden goes down on strikes. So that ends the inning for the Tigers. They leave 1. And it is still 17-2 Tigers as we are somewhat halfway through. But we are heading to the bottom of the 4th. Martinez, Chris Gonzalez, Javier Rodriguez all due up for the Cardinals. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Texas. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association. This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Texas. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Bottom of the 4th. 17-2 Tigers. Braden Hans, the 3rd pitcher of the night for the Tigers. Grayson Bilodeau was excellent tonight. 2 in the 3rd, 3 strikeouts. No walks for Grayson. No hits as well.
Batting for Del Valle is number 19, Ronnie Martinez.
As Martinez comes up to lead off the 4th. Martinez with the lone hit tonight for the Cardinals. Strike 1. A lot of heat coming from Braden. An 0-1 count to Martinez. Braden winds up, fires, strike 2. So Braden's trying to get him in, get him out. 0-2 count. Braden fires. That's chopped right into the hands of Connor Helms. Connor floats it over to first, and Nick scoops it out for the first out. Check that was Bobby. So Bobby Wilkinson in at short.
Batting next for Del Valle is
One gone here in the fourth.
Chris Gonzalez.
Here's Gonzalez. One out, no one on. Gonzalez tonight was hit by a pitch. And Braden fires. Strike one to Gonzalez. And Braden's coming in throwing a lot of heat. The 0-1. That's chopped. Nice stop. Well, wing right past the glove. I'm see. Can tell who's at third.
Batting next for Del Valle.
As that's the second hit of the night.
Number 3, Javier Rodriguez.
One out single for Gonzalez. And that's ball one to Javier Rodriguez. Tanner Rhodes is out at third base right now. The 1-0 to Rodriguez. Braden fires. That's popped up. And running and grabbing it in foul territory was Harry Vallo for the second out.
Batting next for Del Valle is number 15.
Two gone.
Jordan Garcia.
As Jordan Garcia comes up in the 9-hole. And Braden fires. That's roped at a pickup and retirement. That's the end of the inning for the Cardinals. Cardinals leave one. And it's still 17-2 Tigers as we go to the top of the fifth. And you are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
It's been a trying year for parents. They've been confronted with countless challenges and have always risen to the occasion. If it isn't too much to ask, the 826,000 high school student athletes in Texas have one last request.
Please, set an example.
Disorderly fan conduct at high school athletic events is on the rise. It increasingly involves parents. There's no question that parents are passionate. There's no question they care about their children. But at a time when we're all wound a little more tightly than usual, it's worth remembering this about Texas high school sports. Always be a good example. Stop unruly fan behavior before it starts.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Texas. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Top fifth. And Jordan Garcia, fifth pitcher of the night for Del Valle. And Parker Saucy to lead it off for the Tigers in the fifth. Tigers will improve to 7-2 at the end of this inning.
Number 9, Parker Saucy.
Parker is 1 for 1 with a run scored and an RBI. As all the starters are now out for the Tigers. Garcia's first pitch, of the night. Over the head of Parker, ball 1. Levi Tomhave on deck for the Tigers. The 1-0. And they say Parker went around, strike 1. No, ball 2. Good call. 2-0 to Parker. Garcia, the 2-0. That is upstairs once again, 3-0 to Parker. And a 3-0. Over the head that time of Parker, ball 4. And Parker Saucy's on for the second time tonight. And here's Levi. 1 on, no outs.
Is number 1, Levi Kamahale.
Levi's first pitch is ball 1. Now we're just having fun. 1-0 count to Levi Tomhave. Folks, quick reminder, we are going on early Friday night. It is senior night. So we begin Tiger pregame at 6:10 Friday night right here on Vype Live. And the whole entire senior night ceremony, 15 seniors, will be broadcast live right here on Vype. The 1-1 make it 2-1 to Levi. Two balls in the strike now to Levi. Garcia fires. 3-1 to Levi. Asher Watts on deck for the Tigers. And Garcia fires. Ball 4. And the first 2 gets on from walks by Garcia. That bring up Asher.
Batting next for Dripping Springs is number 6, Asher Watts.
Asher started behind home plate Friday night in the win against Lake Travis. 2 on, no outs. And Garcia fires. Asher looks at it. Strike 1. The 0-1 to Asher. Garcia fires. That's upstairs, ball 1. So 1-1 to Asher Watts. Nick Tindall's on deck. Harry Valle in the hole. The 1-1. Garcia fires. That's popped up high from Asher. And it is dropped in between second and right field. And now the bases are loaded.
Batting next for Dripping Springs is number 8, Nick Tyndall.
Here's Nick. Bases loaded. No outs. Nick really could put a damper on this game. .16 hits, and Nick hits it right to the shortstop, and the run's going to come home. As we're going to chalk that up with the E6. That could have been a play.
Batting next for
But an RBI for Nick.
number 5, Harrison Valle.
Here's Harry. 18-2 Tigers. Harry floats one. Right center. And that one is caught. And that is deep enough for the 19th run of the game for the Tigers as Levi comes home. And it's 19-2.
Batting next for Dripping Springs is number 11, Bobby Wilkinson.
Here's Bobby Wilk. Bobby tonight 0 for 3. Excuse me, 0 for 1. Popping up to first. I had P3 there, so it threw me off. That one was high, but they're going to call strike one on Bobby. Runner takes off. Bobby slices the left field for the base hit. And Harry held up, and now he's going to run home, and it's the 20th run of the game. 20-2 Tigers. You heard me right, folks. 20-2. Runners at the corners. Tigers being like Cobra Kai and showing no mercy. Still only one out. And that pitch goes outside. Ball one to Tanner Rhodes. Tanner struck out last inning. The 1-0 to Tanner. Tanner fouls it off right in front of me. Aces on the board for Tanner. Garcia fires. Tanner floats one foul. That's going to go out of play. Strike two. (20-2) Tigers. Still only one out. And Garcia fires. And Tanner went around. Strike three.
Batting next for Jiffy Springs is number 24, Nixon Padilla.
Here's Nixon. The first pitch is high. Nixon floats one, right field. That's going to drop. Both runs. Just one run came home, so Nixon with a double. RBI double for Nixon. (21-2) Tigers. Here's Braden. The first pitch, ball one. Braden in the ninth. Leaves the ninth hitter of the inning. He is. So ninth hitter in the inning for the Tigers. Tigers with a 4th spot. 2-0 now to Braden. Two on, two outs. 21-2 Tigers. Braden sliced one left field base hit. That should clear him. And now the coach is going to hold off the runners at third. It's 22-2.
Batting next for Jiffy Springs.
RBI double
Number 9, Parker Salter.
for Braden Hines. And here's Parker. 2 outs here. And Parker looks at ball 1. (22-2). Got to check the records, but I believe this is the largest, and another run's about to come home. It's 23. Parker with RBI single.
Batting next for Jiffy Springs is number 9, Levi Kamave.
Levi. Runners at the corners right now for the Tigers. Oh, I don't know what's going on anymore. It's 23-2. And Levi back up for the second time this inning. Levi looks at strike 1. Tigers with a 6th spot in this inning. The 0-1 from Garcia. Outside, ball 1. Top of the order, and Asher Watts on deck for the Tigers. Tigers going around for the 3rd time tonight. Strike 2 to Levi. And Garcia fires. Ball 2, so deuces to Levi. And Garcia, the 2-2. And he fires. And Levi pops it up, foul. And the count remains 2-2. (20 hits tonight for the Tigers. And Garcia fires. That's foul back. Count remains 2-2. The 2-2 from Garcia. And he got Levi looking strike 3. That's the end of the inning. But the Tigers with a 6 spots in this inning. The Tigers offensively finally is done for the night. 23-2 Tigers as they look to wrap it up here in the 5th. You are watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live.
Meet Josh.
Hi, everybody.
Josh is a high school basketball player, solid shooter, great teammate.
Hey, don't forget my tenacious D.
And he's my son.
Oh.
So, what does Josh do to be the best basketball player he can be?
I play tennis.
Studies show that student athletes here in Texas who play more than one high school sport are more likely to excel. Tennis does more than improve Josh's conditioning. It gives him a fresh competitive outlet, reduces the risk of injury by cross-training, and introduces him to different coaching techniques and new friends.
Don't get me wrong, hoops are my first love. Tennis just gives me a little break.
So when the new season begins, Josh isn't burned out on basketball. He's eager to play, and you can see the difference in his game.
This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Braden Hans back in. Folks, when I put up the scoreboard, you're going to think it's a misprint. It is absolutely not. 23-2 Tigers. As Braden has finished warming up. Only 2 hits tonight for Del Valle. 2 runs. And the first pitch from Braden, strike 1. As we are back to the top of the order. Braden, the 0-1. That's popped up high and out of play. Strike 2. The 0-2 from Braden. And that's a hit. Maybe. And making a catch out into the field was Harry Valle for the first out.
Batting next for Del Valle is number 11, Jorge Alvarado.
So Alvarado comes up. 1 out. Braden fires, ball 1. The 1-0, strike 1. Aces on the board for Alvarado. We are just past the 2-hour, 15-minute mark. Strike 2 to Alvarado. And a 1-2 count to Jorge Alvarado. Braden fires, and that's chopped foul. Count remains 1-2. Braden. The 1-2. And that's fouled back this time to the third base side. And the count remains 1-2. Braden fires. And he missed outside. 2-2. To Alvarado. Braden the 2-2. Alvarado again. Good fight from Alvarado. Got him. Second out of the inning. Braden's first strikeout of the night. 2 gone.
Batting next for Del Valle is number 13, Jacob Garcia.
Here's Garcia, the last hope for the Cardinal. And that is low. Ball 1 to Garcia. And that misses as well. So 2-0 to Garcia. The 2-0 from Braden. And that's fouled back to the net. Strike 1. The 2-1. Strike 2 induces to Garcia. And the Cardinals down to their final strike. Braden, ready to go. Fires. Got him! And the ball game is over, and the Tigers completely dominated the Cardinals tonight. Final score, 23-2. Quick post game coming up here in just a minute. And you are watching Tiger Baseball on Vype Live.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Texas. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Texas University Interscholastic League and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Folks, 23-2. Tigers with an impressive, dominating performance tonight. Game time, 2 hours and 19 minutes. And Grayson Bilodeau with his first district win. Andrew Rodriguez will come up with the loss. And again, the Tigers completely dominating. Tigers with a run in the first, 9 in the second, 7 in the third, none in the fourth. Then they come back, put a 6 spot up in the 5th inning, and they win 23-2. 23 runs off of 20 hits for the Tigers, 2 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for the Cardinals of Del Valle. Same two teams. Friday night back at the Jungle. And folks, that night, it will be senior night. So a complete blowout tonight by your Tigers. 23-2. The Tigers' best offensive showing of the season here east of Austin at Del Valle. Once again, folks, our next telecast happens Friday night back at the Jungle, senior night. Coverage will begin at 6:10, folks, 6:10, as senior night festivities begin at 6:15 right here on Vype Live. My QA tonight, the coach, Les Clary. Technical producer of Vype, Suna Venkat. And the broadcast director, as always, Mr. Merle Bertrand. For everyone associated with Vype, everyone associated with Dripping Springs High School, I am Melvin Jones saying good night from Del Valle High School. You have been watching Tigers Baseball on Vype Live, folks. It's senior night Friday. See you then.